Hello, I'm Ken from Easy Test Pool Supplies, and today we'll be discussing pool accessories. Buying a pool is a fun experience, and while you probably already have the type, size, and shape in mind, what you probably haven't thought too much about are the accessories to go with your pool, such as pumps, motors, filters, etc. Today I'm going to go over all of those options and hopefully give you a better idea of what you'll be getting when you purchase your pool. The first thing we'll discuss are the pool pumps. Basic pumps come in a couple different varieties, single and dual speed. The single and dual speed pumps are your basic pumps, and they usually run about 1 to 2 horsepower. They use a switch or a timer, they're not very energy efficient, and they're the cheapest option. The dual speed adds a low and a high setting. Here you can keep on low at a lower RPM, and then switch to high when you want to vacuum. It requires manual operation, and they're a little bit more efficient. Variable speed pumps are the latest and greatest in the industry. They offer a much greater versatility in speeds, energy saving, and water flow. They are highly energy efficient, and in most places there are rebates available. The first and most common filter is a sand filter. They're the easiest to operate, but they only filter down to about 22 microns. They have many moving parts, they have the lowest water turnaround time, and sand must be changed at a minimum every 2 years. New to the industry is a glass option. This offers a permanent solution to replacing the sand in your filter and gives a greater filtration down to about 10 microns. The next type of filter is a cartridge filter. These filter down to about 10 to 15 microns. Cartridges last about 3 to 5 years with proper care, and they must be taken apart to clean. DE filters filter down to about 1 to 3 microns. So fine, in fact, they filter out most minerals from wells and from whatever water source you're using. To operate these, you must add DE after every cleaning and must be taken apart or backwashed. Elements last about 7 to 10 years. When selecting a ladder, there's a couple different options to choose from. Your basic is your A-frame ladder. These offer in and out accessibility and usually have a locking outside portion or sliding rungs. These tend to be the cheapest option. Stairs offer easier access for children, elderly, or the disabled, and usually have a locking gate. However, they are generally more expensive, but are a much easier option to get in and out of the pool. If you do have a deck ladder is a must. They mount to the existing deck and are available in straight ladders or in steps. There are different options to heat your pool as well. Regardless of what option you use, you should always consider a solar blanket. They are necessary to maintain heat loss and need to be used with any of the heating solutions. They're available with reels for easier use or liquid versions that can be replaced monthly. The first type of heater is a solar heater. They utilize the heat and sunlight from the sun to heat the pool. They must manually be turned on and off or bypassed to maintain the proper heating, and they gain about 8 degrees a week with proper usage. Next, we'll talk about gas heaters. These are able to heat the pool very quickly at about 1 to 3 degrees an hour, but they do require a gas line to be plumbed in and are generally a little bit more expensive to operate, but they are able to be used in all climates. Heat pumps are the final option. They are an electrical heating option and are the most efficient. They do require a climate above 45 degrees. They're a little bit more expensive up front, but they are cheaper to run in the long run. Next, we have different sanitation options. First, we'll talk about UV or ozone systems. They bombard the water with ozone and neutralize 99% of the bacteria, allowing for significantly lower chlorine levels and easier balancing. The next option is salt water. These are essentially chlorine producers. They utilize salt in the water to convert into chlorine. This makes maintenance easier, but it's a little bit more corrosive on your components. Inline chlorinators are the final option, and this allows about a month's worth of chlorine tabs to be put outside of the pool and allow easier unobstructed chlorination. Some maintenance options include different kinds of cleaners. In addition to your regular manual setup, there's a couple other options you can pick up. But first, we'll talk about our suction side cleaners. These hook up the same as a traditional manual vacuum, and they use the suction of the water to move a rocker inside the unit that will automatically move around and clean the base of the pool. The next option are pressure side cleaners. These hook up to your return jet, and they use the pressure of the water to blast water out of the debris and then force that into an attached bag. Probably the most common and most efficient option, however, are the robotic cleaners. They are able to map the pool and clean both the bottom and the walls. They're not necessary to be hooked up to the filtration system, allowing the filter to be run during operation, and the internal bag and motors allow for a much more thorough cleaning. During construction, some other options are available. Most companies will recommend a liner guard. This is something that's placed on the base of the pool over the sand. This allows for a much more even base and prevents things like rocks or critters from coming up under the liner. Coving is something that can be used in self-installs. This allows replacement of the sand coving and offers an easier install and coving that doesn't wear or move over time. And finally, we'll talk about thermal wall. This is attached on the inside of the pool wall and directs heat back into the pool and helps with heat dissipation. It also helps against rot if there is a leak in the liner. Hopefully this presentation was informative and will help you make better choices when purchasing your pool. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you feel so inclined, please like, comment, share, find us on Facebook and subscribe if you haven't already, or click the bell notification to receive our most updated content. This is Kent from Easy Test Pool Supplies, and as always, thanks for watching.